Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for February 4, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, in Washington, D.C., a partial government shutdown has ended with Congress passing a spending package that funds key government departments through September and includes a stopgap measure for the Department of Homeland Security until February 16th. This agreement brings relief to federal workers but sets the stage for contentious talks on immigration reform. Secondly, across the Atlantic, the UK is grappling with the fallout from the Epstein scandal, which has left an indelible mark on British politics. An investigation into Lord Mandelson's conduct is likely to be lengthy and complex, raising fundamental questions about power, accountability, and transparency in public life. Lastly, President Trump's recent comments on nationalizing elections have sparked intense debate and criticism from both sides of the aisle. The controversy centers around the SAV Act, a bill requiring proof of citizenship for individuals registering to vote in federal elections. While the administration supports the bill, many see it as an attempt to undermine states' constitutional authority over federal elections. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges facing governments on both sides of the Atlantic. We'll continue to monitor developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. And remember, we're always here to keep you informed with the latest news and analysis. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then shall know what's right now. Firstly, a tragic accident occurred in the Aegean Sea, resulting in a fatal collision between a migrant boat and a Coast Guard vessel. The incident highlights the ongoing risks faced by migrants attempting to cross into Europe. In other news, Colombian President Gustavo Petro met with U.S. President Donald Trump at the White House, discussing key issues such as drug trafficking and cooperation on counter-narcotics efforts. Despite tensions between the two nations, the meeting was described as productive, with both leaders expressing a desire to work together. Lastly, we're following developments in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, where Russia has resumed large-scale strikes against Ukraine's energy systems, leaving many residents without power. The international community is calling for support, and President Zelensky is preparing for talks with Russian negotiators. We'll continue to monitor these stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, the relationship between AI and job displacement is complex and multifaceted. Recent announcements from companies like Amazon and Dow have sparked concerns about automation replacing human workers. However, it's essential to approach this topic with nuance and balance, as AI also creates new opportunities for growth and innovation. In other news, Asian markets experienced volatility amid an AI-driven sell-off and geopolitical tensions. An AI tool developed by Anthropic triggered a wave of selling in software stocks, which eventually spread to the broader market. This development raises concerns about the potential risks of relying heavily on artificial intelligence in the financial sector. Lastly, NVIDIA's highly publicized $100 billion investment in OpenAI has been cast into doubt. Sources close to the matter indicate that the deal was never a binding contract, and the actual investment will be significantly lower. OpenAI is exploring alternative partnerships with other chip manufacturers, including Cerebras and AMD, which could reduce its dependence on NVIDIA's GPUs. As we navigate these complex and rapidly evolving markets, it's essential to remain vigilant and informed about the latest trends and updates. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Stay ahead of the curve with the AI Daily Press. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. First up, NASA's Juno spacecraft has revealed new measurements of Jupiter, showing that the gas giant is actually flatter at the poles and slimmer at the equator than previously believed. This groundbreaking discovery was made possible by Juno's advanced technology and has significant implications for our understanding of Jupiter's interior and atmospheric dynamics. In other news, NASA has delayed the launch of its Artemis III mission to March due to technical issues encountered during recent tests. The mission, which aims to send the first woman and the first person of color to the lunar surface, was initially scheduled to take off in February. Despite the setback, NASA remains committed to its goal of establishing a sustainable human presence on the lunar surface by the end of the decade. Finally, we're looking up at the stars as SpaceX prepares to launch a crew of 4 to the International Space Station next week. The Crew 7 mission will replace 4 other flyers who had to cut their mission short due to a medical issue and will mark another important step in human spaceflight. Until tomorrow, keep looking up. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. As we kick off this new day, let's dive into some of the most compelling stories in sports. First off, we've got an update from the world of football. The Pro Football Hall of Fame announcement is just around the corner, and excitement is building up. We're looking at 3 exceptional finalists, Ken Anderson, L.C. Greenwood, and Roger Craig. Each of these legends has brought something unique to the game, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire new generations of players and fans alike. Tonight's announcement promises to be an electrifying moment for football enthusiasts everywhere. Shifting gears, we're also shining a spotlight on an extraordinary young athlete, Rory Gilday, who's set to make her Olympic debut in hockey. What makes her story truly remarkable is her journey through adversity. Diagnosed with a benign tumor in her optic nerve at just 12 years old, Gilday underwent chemotherapy, which significantly impacted her vision and strength. However, she didn't let this setback define her. With determination and resilience, she adapted, regained her confidence on the ice, and is now ready to take on the world stage. Her story is a powerful reminder of the human spirit's capacity for perseverance and triumph over adversity. Lastly, in other football news, we're still reeling from the surprising exclusion of certain players from recent team selections. The debate continues among fans and pundits alike about the criteria used by selection committees and how they weigh players' contributions to the sport. It's a complex issue that underscores the challenges faced by these committees in making tough decisions. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Kurl.
Thank you, Howard. I'm Charles, and I'll be summarizing the top stories from our recent broadcasts. We've been following several significant developments in politics and education. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell was hospitalized with flu-like symptoms, reminding us that, despite our differences, we're all human beings deserving of care and compassion. In the world of politics, we also reported on a story involving Donald Trump, but it seems that article is not available to me at this time. In addition, a tragic incident occurred in southeastern France, where a secondary school teacher was stabbed by a 14-year-old pupil. The community is reeling from this senseless act of violence and will continue to follow the story, exploring the complexities and nuances surrounding it. Lastly, we've been keeping an eye on the ongoing intersection of politics, media, and law, where Senator McConnell's condition serves as a reminder that public service requires dedication, perseverance, and empathy. These stories highlight the importance of kindness, compassion, and understanding in our public discourse. As we navigate the challenges and opportunities of our time, may we draw inspiration from the resilience and determination of leaders like Senator McConnell and the people of Sanary-sur-Mer. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, get ready for a wild ride with the Celebrity Bake Off. No, just kidding. It's actually the Celebrity Bake Off's more talented cousin, the Celebrity Bake Off's sister show, the Celebrity Bake Off. It's the Celebrity Bake Off for Stand Up to Cancer. Brandon Sanderson fans, rejoice. Apple TV has landed the rights to adapt his beloved Cosmere novels into a movie and TV series. And in Melbourne, our critics have been reviewing the city's vibrant art scene, including the Midsummer Festival, contemporary jazz performances, and thought-provoking theater productions like Ben McKellen's play, The Placeholder. Tune in to our full podcast for more in-depth discussions on these stories. Trust me on this, it's going to be a fantastic show. Face it, darling, when it comes to entertainment news, we've got the tea. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, in the world of science, a breakthrough in water electrolysis has been announced, which could revolutionize the field of renewable energy. Researchers have made significant progress in improving the efficiency of water electrolysis, a process that splits water into hydrogen and oxygen. This innovation has the potential to contribute to a more sustainable future. Secondly, our feature story explores the state of intimacy in the digital age. A recent study by the Kinsey Institute reveals that nearly half of single adults in the US believe they would have healthier relationships if they had received proper sex education. Experts warn about the spread of misinformation and the potential consequences of relying on AI-powered chatbots for companionship. Lastly, we're looking at a fascinating trend on TikTok: nervous system regulation. Users are sharing their experiences with managing stress and anxiety, using techniques like deep breathing, vagus nerve stimulation, and micro breaks. This phenomenon highlights the importance of self-care and mindfulness in maintaining our overall well-being, especially in today's fast-paced world. These stories remind us that balance is key, whether it's in the natural world, our personal relationships, or our bodily systems. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, let's prioritize awareness, empathy, and harmony with the world around us. Stay informed, stay empathetic, and join us tomorrow for more in-depth analysis on the intersection of technology and human connection. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Atenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.